Hey everyone, welcome to Brew Builds. Today I'm going to show you a simple project that can save you from a big headache. Installing a warning light in your house that turns on when your garage is open.
Have you ever walked out of your house in the morning only to be shocked that you left the garage door open all night long? Not only does it give intruders free access to your tools and bicycles, it can also give them access to your home and loved ones.
I've done this way too many times. I need a fix. Since most garages are built at the front of the house, it's hard to tell if your garage door is open unless you purposely check. This light gives you a visual warning that your garage door is open. And the best part is it's cheap and it should be easy to install with just a few basic tools.
Here are some items that you will need: a magnetic door sensor or a rotary limit switch, 12-volt LED warning light. I picked up a pack with different colors. A 12-volt power supply. I had this one already, probably from an old modem or charger. A roll of 12-volt wire. This is 16 gauge. Some wire connectors or wire nuts. These toggle type may not work well with a small gauge wire. A drill and a drill bit the size of your warning light. Some wire strippers and cutters. You may also need electrical tape, zip ties, wire clamps, and some screws. I'll link some of these parts in the description if you want to grab some of the same ones I used.
The first thing I need to do is find a good place to mount the door sensor or the switch. I decided to use a rotary limit switch because I think this would give me more options on where I can mount it.
I would like to mount it somewhere high where it's more protected. I could mount it near the end of the track, but that would mean it wouldn't trigger until the door is completely open. Not ideal. If I mount it near the bottom, it would be easy to kick. Quite often I've seen a magnetic door switches mounted near the bottom of the track, which exposes it to getting knocked and misaligned. Open and close the garage door a few times to watch how it moves. This will help you find a spot that could work to mount the switch.
My plan is to have this mounted so when the door opens, it releases this arm of the switch and that causes the light to go on. When the door closes, it pushes on this arm and that will make the light go off.
If you're using a magnetic sensor, you'd want to mount the switch to the garage wall or track, and then the magnet would be mounted to the garage door, which can be challenging finding a place that will work. The two pieces need to be fairly close to each other to activate the switch. You can wire it so if they're near each other, then the light would be off. Open the door, they separate, the switch closes, and the light turns on. Getting these two pieces to align without being in the way of the garage door or the hardware can be difficult, which is why I'm going to use the rotary switch.
I found a place on the beam above the door that should work with this. I'll mount this to a block of wood first, and then I'll attach that to the beam.
I installed it near the center of the garage first, where I had better access. Tested it a few times, and it seemed to work okay. I wanted to move it closer to the side near a plug to get power, but when I tried fitting it, the gap between the garage door and the beam was much smaller.
That didn't work. Time for plan B.
Looking at the trolley that connects the drive mechanism to the garage door, I think I can mount the switch to the ceiling and line up the arm with the flat part of the trolley that will activate the switch. This way the switch is still protected, and I can put it in a spot that triggers the switch just as the door opens. And we have power close by.
Only bummer is, this is in the opposite corner of the garage from where I'll be mounting the light. Good thing I bought an entire roll of wire. I want to get the switch, the light, and the power supply connected together first before I mount the switch to the ceiling.
You're creating a loop between the power supply, switch, and light. This switch has 4 terminals, 2 labeled NC for normally closed, and 2 for NO, normally open. So in my case, when the switch is not triggered, resting in its normal state, I want the loop to be closed, NC. That way the LED light gets the 12 volts in the power supply and turns on. When the door comes down and triggers a switch, it opens the circuit and the light goes off.
An example of using NO, normally open, would be if you had the switch mounted at the top or end of the track. When the door is down, this would be in its normal state, normally open, so the light would not be on. When you open the door and the door comes up and activates the switch, that would close a circuit and then the light would turn on.
I'm going to connect one lead of the 12 volt power supply to the switch, then the other lead will go into this toggle type connector. Since I want to try to fit the connector inside the switch housing, I'll feed the 16 gauge speaker wire through the housing first, and then attach the red lead to the screw terminal, and the black lead will go into the connector. I couldn't get the housing cover back on with a connector or a wire nut, so I ended up twisting the wires together and using electrical tape. Since the switch is in its normal state and I'm connected to the NC terminals, when I plug the power cord in, the light should come on. On, off, on, off. So when the garage door is up, this will be sticking out in its normal state, and then the garage will come down, move the arm, and turn off the light. Open the garage door, goes on. Perfect. Let's get this mounted. All right, let's see if it works.
Now I just need to mount the light and run the wires from the switch to the light. You want to mount this in a place you will notice it if it's on when you pass by. A common area like the entryway or hallway would work well compared to a closet. We pass by our entryway every night when we go to bed, so that's where I'll be mounting this light. However, we don't want to see this funky dot on the wall, so I'll be mounting this lower under a table so it won't be noticeable when it's off. But this is super bright, so you will notice it when it's on.
I'm just going to press fit the light into the wall, so I want it to be a little snug. This drill bit looks to be about the right size. I drilled a small hole first through both sides of the drywall. Now I'll drill the larger hole for the light just on this side of the wall. I'll make sure the light fits, then feed a pull wire from the opposite side of the wall that can be used to attach the light wires to and then pull the wires back through. Using a solid wire or a coat hanger will work well for this. Use electrical tape to attach the light wires to the pull wire and then gently pull the wires back through the hole. Just a little tap with a rubber mallet to get the light flush to the wall. The final step is to tie the wires up out of the way so they don't get damaged. I'll be using these small nail-on wire clamps to attach the wire to the beam across the front and then along the wall. I'll use some small wire nuts to connect the wires together. I'm not loving how this looks along the wall. I'll figure a way how to clean it up later. Moment of truth, let's test it. And there you have it, a garage door open warning light. I love it.
No phone, no Wi-Fi, no subscriptions, and you don't need an app that has way too much of your information. Just a simple light telling you that the garage door is open. Does it work? Well, I can tell you 2 nights after installing it, I was walking by around 9 o'clock and I noticed it on. So yes, it does work, and it saved me another night of leaving my garage door open. Hit that like button for me and subscribe to Brew Builds to see more of my DIY home improvement videos. Thanks for watching, and that's the way the cookie crumbles.